Can 3 bullets hit 7 targets? And what would a Trump presidency be without an impeachment? Let's find out.
If you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened.
Shots 1, 2, 3 were fired horizontally. Shots 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 were fired into the floor of the podium. What are we doing? What are we doing? Yeah, we have 2 different groups of shots. The first 3 shots and the shots 4 till 8. And this is a problem because the first 3 bullets are supposed to have hit 7 targets. Now I found an analysis by Mike Bell. This was the best one that I could find on the YouTube, and here we have a grade 3D simulation. Now let's listen to Mike.
These are the bullet trajectories that we know of. The first shot glanced Trump's ear.
First shot glanced Trump's ear. This is shot number 1.
The second or the third shot wounded David Dutch.
Second or third shot wounded David Dutch. Okay, we are already at shot number 2 and 3, and which bullet is going to hit James Copenhaver?
Who is in the corner of the far bleacher. Then likely the 4th or the 5th bullet struck James Copenhaver.
Yeah, Mike, that is just incorrect. Because we only had the first 3 bullets that were supposed to hit all of these targets here in this area. Let's go to the sketch.
Also wounding him.
Yeah, here we have Donald Trump. Let's bring him to scale. Now, Donald was holding a speech. Then the camera zooms in on his face. And then the shots ring out. Shot 1, shot 2, shot 3. Then people say, get down and duck. And Donald ducks. We also let him duck and lay flat on the floor here in this sketch. And then shots 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 are fired into the floor of the podium.
If you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened.
1, 2, 3, ear tap, duck. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. What are we doing? What are we doing? Yeah, this is the summary so far. The first 3 bullets are supposed to have hit 7 targets. And we know that 4 targets have definitely been hit, and that is the chest of David Dutch, the liver of David Dutch, the arm of James Copenhaver, and the belly of James Copenhaver. Now, David and Jim were in a hospital. They were in a very critical condition. David was even put into a coma to keep him alive. Let's meet David and Jim. Yeah, here's David Dutch, shot in the chest and liver.
It was like getting hit with a sledgehammer.
So this is where David was standing.
Right in the chest. It was like getting hit with a sledgehammer.
And this is where James Copenhaver was standing. But there's also standing someone in between them, and this is a woman. And this is a bit of a problem, because there might be Trump fanatics that say, yeah, there is this bullet that grazed Jim's arm, and this bullet might have hit David in the chest or David in the liver. Yeah, that's not possible, because that woman would be dead then, because that woman is standing in between the arm of James Copenhaver and the liver of David Dutch. What do we conclude? These 4 targets were hit by 4 different bullets. How can this be? There were only 3 bullets fired. Very simple, the AI made a mistake creating the deep fake of that attempted assassination. Again, this is a very stupid mistake by an AI, a mistake so stupid no human would ever make that mistake. I already made another video pointing out various spots in the audience that were so conspicuous because the AI also made a mistake creating these bots. It's here in the info box. Let's continue our analysis here.
Copenhaver, who is 74 and now walks with a cane, was shot twice. One bullet tore into his tricep. The other, which pierced his abdomen, is still lodged in his body.
Yeah, and here we again can see that these bullets did not penetrate through the bodies of David and Jim, because one bullet is still inside the body of Jim. Yeah, here we can see the trajectories again. So this magenta trajectory is the original trajectory by Mike Bell, and the yellow trajectories are trajectories that I inserted. And here again we can see that those were 4 different shots, and these 4 different targets on the bodies of David and Jim simply did not share a common trajectory. So these were 4 different bullets that hit them, even though only 3 bullets were fired into that corner of the bleacher. But that's not everything. Yeah, thank you, Paolo. Paolo wrote me a great comment. Another one I remember from the top of my head. Search TMZ has obtained new angle of 5 minutes plus something. What do you see simultaneous to the pops? What do we see?
Take a look at what happened.
Focus here. A puff. Yeah, we see that puff, and that corner of the handrail is also supposed to have been struck by a bullet. In the 3D simulation by Mike Bell, this is that corner here. So let's insert another target symbol, and we have the first target that definitely cannot have been hit anymore, because we already have 4 other targets hit, and these were humans that were in a hospital, and these 4 hits are real, and that 5th handrail puff is already unreal. This is a stupid AI mistake. But that's not everything. We all know someone was really, really hurting that day, and that someone was Donald. His ear was bleeding so much because Donald allegedly was hit by a bullet.
If you want to really see something that's said, take a look at what happened.
1, 2, 3, ear tap, Donald duck. Your head is bloody. And here's the photo by the Associated Press, and we are supposed to believe that Donald's ear was bleeding because it was grazed by a bullet. And that is now target number 6, but we can easily see that we can just move Donald a couple of inches forwards or backwards, and then the argumentation by Mike Bell collapses. How can we explain this? Yeah, Mike Bell had a huge confirmation bias when he placed Donald Trump in the perfect position such that his ear was standing in one trajectory with that fluid pipe of the crane back here. And Mike Bell simply wanted this to be true. But it was a confirmation bias, Mike. And your analysis was wrong. Sorry, I have to point this out here. Now, in Mike's defense, he uploaded this on August 13, 2024. So that's half a year ago. But his analysis was still very erroneous. And now let's get to target number 7, the fluid pipe on the NTD. Spectacular. Look at this. But are we supposed to believe this? Are we supposed to believe that one bullet grazed Donald's ear and hit that fluid pipe in the perfect angle to spray the fluid backwards away from these bleachers? So it's not just that the bullet hit that fluid pipe. No, it hit it in such an angle that the fluid did not spray into the bleacher. It hit it in such an angle that the fluid sprayed backwards away from the bleacher. Yeah, the chance for this to happen is 1 in a fantastillion. And now we know why this looked so silly and idiotic on the NTD, because it was just made up nonsense by a silly AI. And that AI could not figure out that 3 bullets can only hit 3 targets. Yeah, again, we can simply place Donald forward or backwards a couple of inches, and this again emphasizes the confirmation bias by Mike Bell. And now we see the summary again. 3 bullets are supposed to have hit 7 targets. This is, of course, complete nonsense. And now Veritasium would chime in and say, why is this number everywhere? Yeah, I made a couple of videos on Veritasium. You can find one in the info box here. So here we see the summary again. These 4 targets were definitely hit, but there's already 1 bullet too few. So where did these actual shots come from? It almost looks like they were fired with a suppressor somewhere, and these 3 shooting sounds that we heard in the footage there were just inserted by an AI as well. You need to realize that an AI does not just deepfake visual footage, no, it also deepfakes audio footage. We just have to ask the question, yeah, who is lying? Is it David that is lying? Is it Jim that is lying? No, they are not lying because they were in a hospital, and this only leaves Donald, who is lying, and Donald was the only one who benefited from this alleged attempted assassination that now turns out was a complete fake. I would say at this point we have long reached a reversal of evidence, and Donald now must release his medical records proving that he was actually hit by anything. And I strongly assume he was never hit by anything. This will lead to the impeachment by Donald Trump. But maybe he will never get impeached, and maybe he will never be accused of double murder, because this is what he is right now. He is the main suspect in a double murder case. Corey lost his life, and Tom Crooks also lost his life. And it looks a lot like Donald Trump ordered these killings because he wanted to become US president. This fake assassination attempt that he survived gave him a lot of street credibility, because Donald was a notorious draft dodger just like his grandpa. Yeah, Tom Crooks is very innocent. I made a video on this if you are interested. Again, we have to ask the question, who's lying? Is it David? Is it Jim? Or is it Don the Con? Thanks for watching. See you in my next videos. Bye.